Captain's Log. Star date, November 14th, 2025. We are live. Pew, pew, pew. Live with a brand new episode. Hang on. Let's put my Enterprise ready. Brand new episode of FYC, baby. Woo! FYC. FYC with the amazing Perri Nemiroff and the mighty theinsnyder.com. Would you believe I have not even had my coffee yet this morning? And we are live in Los Angeles, where if you believe the weather reports, it's going to rain like a motherfucker for the next 3 days. But that won't stop us from weighing in on this brand new live episode with our picks for Best Supporting Actor for the next Academy Awards, which are coming to you live on March 12th, March 15th, 2026. And then the nominations are January 22nd, 2026. All right, so here we are, Supporting Actor. The Snyder, I'm starting with you. What do you think of the field?
What do I think of the field? I think it's a decent field.
Yep.
It's not my favorite, but there's some good stuff going on in here this year.
Yeah, some great stuff. Great stuff. All right, I'm going to switch to you, Perri. More optimistic, I hope. What do you think of the field?
I mean, I'm not gonna totally go against what Jeff said. I think there's a lot of good stuff here, but I also think that this is one of the categories that earlier in the season has narrowed the most, where, you know, when we were talking about Best Actress, for example, there are so many options and so many options that could still get in. Here, I feel like we're working with a much smaller group as realistic possibilities for nominees.
Yeah. I agree with that. And just like, you know, the other categories we've done, the other acting categories, lead actor and lead actress, there's like 3 sure thing solids that they're getting in, you can bet the house on. And then the other 2 choices I went for in my 4 and 5 are picks that really have a good shot, are not locks, but they're the ones I'm really think deserve to get in, because, you know, we'll get to all that. But Jeff, we're going to start with you. What is your number 1 surefire pick for supporting actor for the Academy Award nominations?
I'm going to go with former Fields Medal winner Gerald Lambeau, better known as Stellan Skarsgård.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Wow. Sentimental Value. I think that the other people in this race, they've either won before or they're a little young. Stellan Skarsgård has been putting out good work for 20, 30 years, probably for longer than that. He's just a well-respected veteran. I think Sentimental Value is sort of the culmination of his career, and I'm hard-pressed to think that the Academy is going to ignore him. I think that now is his time to be rewarded.
Exactly. And the shocking thing, Jeff and Perri, is that Stellan Skarsgård has never been nominated for an Academy Award. You know, and you talk about a body of work that obviously, you know, most people remember him from Dune, you know, and he's just did a 3rd movie, I think. But also, I mean, Mamma Mia, I mean, look at the range in that film, and going back to Good Will Hunting. That was, I think, the first movie I really sort of like noticed him. That was 1997. Perri Nemiroff, Perri, Normal Activity. Where is Stellan Skarsgård? Yeah, mine too.
I love this movie.
Yeah,
I just watched it twice.
It's great.
It's really nice. I think especially, I mean, not that this has anything to do with his performance specifically, but when you get to the end where there's a certain script reading scene, and then you go back and re-experience the whole film with that scene in mind. I don't know. This one really got me.
Yeah, no, I think it's like, you know, it is so relatable. It is so relatable. The script is so genuine and honest and organic. The acting performances feel so real. The movie just has such a lived-in feel that no matter where you are in the world, you're going to relate to this movie. I think it's extraordinary. I have Stellan Skarsgård number 1 on my list as well. All right, Perri. Well, I got you. Who's your number 2? Who does number 2 work for?
I am going to go with Sean Penn for One Battle After Another for my number 2. This feels like a pretty safe bet at this point. And, you know, I have him behind Stellan Skarsgård largely because I think there could be another one battle actor who gets into this race. So I'm just thinking that having 2 in this category might put them a little further back. We'll see.
Okay, Jeff, where is Sean Penn on your list?
Number 3.
3.
Number
All right. Why does he make the cut for you?
I mean, he makes the cut because, I mean, obviously it's a pretty great performance, right? I mean, he's undeniably special in this movie. Just not as special as somebody else.
Interesting take.
I just thought Sean Penn was a powerhouse in this film. The kind of performance that only Sean Penn could give. It's a extremely layered, complicated character, scary in a lot of ways. You can't take your eyes off this guy. I have him at number 2 as well, Perri. Of course, Sean Penn is a 2-time Oscar winner for lead actor for both Mystic River, which came out in 2003, and Milk, which came out in 2006. He has 3 additional Oscar nominations for Dead Man Walking, Sweet and Lowdown, and the movie I Am Sam, which I hate that film, but he was nominated for it. All right, so Jeff the InSnyder, theinsnyder.com. Who does number 2 work for?
Ask me what I'm drinking, Scott. You think I'm drinking some serious gourmet shit in here? No.
Love it.
I've got a few small beers.
Yeah.
And I've got Benicio del Toro at number 2.
Benicio del Toro.
Above Sean Penn. I know, it's crazy. But I think that what Benicio does in this movie is just exemplary supporting work. Everybody loves his character. He's super quotable. As good as Sean Penn was, he's just, I don't know, it's tough to root. He's an unlikable guy, Lockjaw. He's the villain of the piece. And I think that Benicio is definitely going to get nominated. And I think that, honestly, he has a better chance to win than Sean Penn.
Oh, okay. I kind of agree with that. Perri, where is Benicio on your list?
I don't agree with that yet, but I will leave the door open for me to change my tune on that, admittedly. But right now he's my number 4, but I also think my 1, 2, 3, and 4 are in pretty good position at this point to get the nominations. I think my only toss-up this category is going to be my 5 spot.
So I agree with both things you are saying about Benicio del Toro. I think Benicio is fantastic in One Battle After Another. His scenes with Leo DiCaprio are fantastic. Of course, Benicio del Toro is an Academy Award winner going back 25 years ago, supporting actor for Traffic. Remember that movie? Well, okay, so here's where I'm kind of taking some chances here. So let me show you. I'm just going to show you where I have Benicio on my list compared to where you have him on yours. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? Look at that. Look at that.
I don't see it.
Look at that. You see it? You see it, Jeff?
Yep.
What does it say? What does it say?
Honorable mentions.
Yes, right. It says honorable mentions, kiddies. Honorable mentions. Now hang a second. So, of course, I say this all the time, but, this is a category we're going to revisit, but also, this conversation isn't over. So you too, you could easily change my mind before this conversation is over.
Listen, it's fair if you don't want to put him on, but can we have the conversation of do you think that Stellan Skarsgård and the fact that he hasn't won or been nominated, does that tip the scales because Penn and Del Toro have already won?
I think the fact that Sean Penn and Benicio have already won, I think the really thing that tips the scales for Stellan Skarsgård is that he's never even been nominated. And this is the performance of his career, and it's just a great, great, great role. I think that's what tips the scales for Stellan. But, it could be because you have 2 other Oscar winners, if not more, in this conversation. Perri, what do you think of that?
I see your point. I also don't think it matters because 2 of us have him on our list. So I think he's getting on our end list anyway. But also I think what you 2 are discussing might weigh more heavily on my mind when we're starting to talk about potential winners.
All All right. Okay. So P. Nemiroff. All right.
Yes.
Perri, who's next on your list?
So we're missing my number 3.
Yep.
My number 3 is Paul Mescal for Hamnet.
Right.
Jeff, I know how you feel about Hamnet. I think this movie is friggin' brilliant. I finally did a rewatch of this film, and it is immensely more powerful than I thought it was the first time around. I also thought, I still think Jessie Buckley runs away with the movie, and it's like her in the spotlight. But I think the second time around, it hit me a little more the profound effect that Paul Mescal's work has on the movie overall and how many show-stopping scenes he does have in it. So I think this one is another one that I'm kind of considering a lock at this point.
I agree with you. I have it at number 3 as well. You know, I think last week, Perri, our number 1, 2, and 3 were like equal. Paul Mescal is a lead actor Oscar nominee for 2002's After Sun. And, you know, I have a horse in this race in a sense because Paul Mescal is playing Paul McCartney in all 4 movies on the Beatles being directed by Sam Mendes. So I'm very excited about that. And when I was at Telluride, Telluride, everybody's like so approachable. I went up to Paul Mescal. I was wearing a Beatles t-shirt. So he sees me coming and he shakes, sticks out his hand to say hello. He sees my shirt and he goes, "Oh, okay. You're one of those guys." And I'm like, "Yes, I am."
You
All
only
right. All right. Jeffrey Scott Snyder. Where is Paul Mescal on your list?
honorable mentions.
Oh, shake it up, baby now.
It doesn't even have anything to do with my thoughts on Hamnet personally. I just, he was fine in this. You can't just be handing Paul Mescal a nomination now for every movie like he's Hollywood royalty. I think that they're gonna favor more interesting, quirky, supporting work. Because Paul Mescal is going to have a ton of nominations coming to him the rest of his career. I just don't see that this rises to the level of one.
Jeff, I know how you feel about the film. I don't think you're wrong, even though I kind of disagree and agree in some ways too. But I think regardless of how you feel about the movie, the performance is still staggering, especially Jesse.
Again, that ends. I get why everybody's freaking out about this movie because the end is good, right?
It end sticks to landing. The end sticks to landing. Yes,
but I just want to rip that little gold hoop earring out of his ear the whole time.
Oh, Jeff, you're unbelievable. All right, Jeff, who's on your list that we didn't get to yet?
Mr. Sandman. Bring me a dream, do. Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
I've got Adam Sandler at number 4 for Jay Kelly. Is that crazy?
Is that crazy? I don't know, Perri. Is it crazy?
I don't know. I'm not going to write it off completely, but when you first said that, Jeff, admittedly, the first thing that went through my mind is like, who cares about Jay Kelly anymore?
Oh,
hey, this is why we do the show, for that kind of insight. And I'm with you. I did not care for Jay Kelly at all. But I thought Sandler was definitely the best part of it, like much better than Clooney.
All right, Perri, did you not care for Jay Kelly?
I actually haven't even seen it yet. I lowered that on my watch list because it does seem like the overall response to it isn't strong enough to push certain people into particular categories. Now through Thanksgiving is my time to binge everything that is available to us, which is quite significant at this point, but I am not predicting him yet. Who knows, though? Maybe the next time we cover this category and I've seen the film, I'll change and I'll be more in line with Jeff.
Almost everyone in that room in the Academy is as an advocate fighting for them in their corner their whole career, right? An agent booking them jobs. And I think that's what is going to resonate in that performance. I think Sandler is just a mensch. I wonder if the goodwill that he earned with movies like Uncut Gems, allows people to take him more seriously in this movie. I don't think it's a lock by any means, and I could certainly am open to taking him off the final list. But yeah, I've got Sandler at 4.
All right, so I'm going to show you again. I'm going to show you where I have Adam Sandler. By the way, Adam Sandler, when he puts his heart into it, he is as good as an actor gets. Punch Drunk Love, which came out in 2002 from director Paul Thomas Anderson. He was incredible in that film, and of course, Uncut Gems is a film that he absolutely deserved to be nominated for. Uncut Gems is the Safdies that both brothers directed that. Amazing film, high wire act from Adam Sandler. Never been nominated for an Oscar. I thought he was great in Jay Kelly, but for the purpose of this conversation, this is where I have him. Okay, you like this? I like this kind of stuff.
It's fine. It's fine.
So, okay, but wait a second. I'm going to weigh in now because I've said Stellan Skarsgård, number 1, Sean Penn, number 2, Paul Mescal, number 3, my number 4, staying on the topic of Jay Kelly, an actor who not only hang on, Jeff, hang on. An actor who not only steals the thunder from Adam Sandler, but possibly even George Clooney, is Billy Crudup. Billy Crudup. Perri, wait till you see this movie. Wait till you see Billy Crudup. It's only like an 8 or 9 minute scene, but it was a showstopper. And I turned to the person at the screening I was at, who I, not someone I knew, after the scene, and I just went, "Oh my God, that was amazing." Billy Crudup steals this movie. His performance, as short as it is the kind of performance, the kind of short performance that gets nominated for Academy Awards. Billy Crudup has never been nominated for an Oscar, though he has won 2 Emmys, both of them for lead actor in a drama series, supporting actor in a drama series for The Morning Show. But Perri, if there is any real true reason for you to kind of move Jay Kelly up on your list of watches, it is for Billy Crudup's performance. I don't want to spoil anything, but your jaw will drop. It's great. And I'm guessing neither one of you have him.
Perri, listen to a word out of this man's mouth.
I'm still gonna watch it, but no, I don't think he has.
There is a 0% chance that Billy Crudup gets nominated over Adam Sandler when Adam Sandler's the co-lead of this movie and Billy Crudup's in it for 8 minutes and is weird.
Well, I feel like there is a bet on the line here.
Dude,
sign me that bet, Jeff.
Sign me up and you can put any dollar amount on it.
$20.
Done.
$20.
Okay, so the bet is
higher, Jeff. Come on,
I really should, but no, we're gonna, for the purpose of the show, we'll keep it gentlemanly. It's that Sandler's going to get nominated over Billy Crudup, or Billy Crudup gets nominated over Sandler. If they both get nominated or they both miss, it's a push.
Okay. All right. So I say Billy Crudup gets nominated over Adam Sandler. You say Adam Sandler gets nominated over Billy Crudup. But in either case, that doesn't affect their standing on our list by the end of this conversation. This is just a bet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perri.
Terrible bet on your part.
Film. I know Perri's going to text me after watching the movie. She's going to go, "Oh my God, Mance, you're right. Billy Crudup is amazing." Perri, just because I said that, don't not text me.
Maybe.
You don't want to say, "Oh man."
I was gonna say, Perri, I'll cut you in for 10.
If I truly feel that's the case, I will 1000% be sending you that text message.
Okay, great. All right. All right, Billy Crudup doesn't. All right, right now I have him on the list. I think he's awesome. All right. Did we get to everyone on your list, guys?
No, I have my number 5. Perri.
So do I.
Okay. Perri, who's your number 5?
Can't wait to see Jeff's face. Because I saw a certain tweet from you. I'm going William H. Macy for Train Dreams.
Wow.
I think Train Dreams, Jeff, stop it. I think Train Dreams is the sneak attack of the season. We've spoken about this on, I think, the last 2 episodes of the show, where it seemed to be at the beginning of the season, Netflix was positioning other titles as being their front runners for Oscar season. And this this like smaller, more intimate, sensitive story ultimately started to pick up steam. And I think that's only going to continue through the season. I adore this movie. And I think William H. Macy's role in it in particular, it's almost like his character, like I do think that there's a through line that pertains to this throughout the film, but it's like his character kind of like jumpstarts the beating heart of the film thematically. And I really appreciate the supporting scenes that he has in it.
I love Train Dreams. I saw it at Sundance, 11 months ago. It has really stayed, in the top tier of my favorite movies of the year. Now that I've seen it again and, drops, it's in theaters now. It drops on Netflix on Friday, November 21st, which is my birthday. Just saying. I love the film. I don't know if I would put William H. Macy in my top 5, but I hear what you're saying, Perry. Jeff, what do you think of that? Yes, no, maybe?
No,
Yeah.
I wanted to love Train Dreams so hard. I thought it was boring, but just leaving aside what I thought of the movie, William Macy just comes in and mumbles for like 10 minutes.
Oh, that's not true.
It's just like what? I sat there thinking of that prediction while I watched the movie, and I was like, this is crazy. I don't see it at all. It's just not there. He's not getting nominated.
Oh my! Rewatch the fireside conversation and the tent scene. Like those are his Oscar clips.
All right.
I'll do another bet with you if you want.
All right, Jeff, who's your number 5?
It's, people in the chat are like, how can we not have an actor from this movie, right? A movie X. And I've got your back, chat. Because I've got at number 5, veteran Delroy Lindo as Delta Slim in Sinners. I think that Delroy is coming back around.
Delroy Lindo, I have never seen more of a backlash at the Oscar nominations. The time that Delroy Lindo was snubbed for Spike Lee's
For a movie nobody saw on Netflix from Spike Lee.
That's right. But that film, The Five Bloods, and Delroy Lindo. And Delroy Lindo is just one of those actors, Get Shorty, Malcolm X, Cider House Rules. He's always great. And yes, he is great in Sinners. My feeling about Sinners is just it's a big ensemble. It's a really big ensemble. And I feel like Jack O'Connell was excellent in that film too. And
Make a case for Miles Caton too.
Yeah, and don't they have him in supporting?
All of those guys are in support.
He's the main reason why I didn't wind up putting Delroy Lindo on this list. And I love him in general. I love his performance in Sinners. I'd be thrilled to see him get this nomination, but I feel like because Miles's role is a little more significant in the movie, I think people might be torn about voting for Delroy over him.
like I said, this is a big ensemble. It's a genre film. Genre films always have a little bit more of a struggle when it comes to recognition from the Academy Awards anyway. Not saying it's out of the question, but I still really have my heart set on Sinners getting a lot of Oscar nominations, big ones. But you've got a great ensemble. All these supporting actors are worthy of nominations, deserving of nominations. Do they cancel each other out? Does Delroy Lindo not make the cut? He deserves to, but so does Jack O'Connell. I mean,
it's definitely something of a hope diction, but I keep going back to the first half of that movie when everyone's trying to get Delta Slim to come play at the juke joint. And I love the first half of that movie. Right. The second half is why I didn't think it was a great masterpiece, because to me, it just kind of fell off once the vampires come in. But the first half is what made me so interested and why I cared. And I think that Delroy Lindo does enough in that first half to justify a nod.
Well, I love the second half as much as the first because I love the way it seamlessly transitioned into what it turned into. But that's a whole other conversation. So Perri, Delroy Lindo on your list, yes or no?
No.
No, right. Okay. Then I'm going to do my number 5. My number 5, all right, taking another big swing here, but here's an actor absolutely deserving, giving not just the best performance of his career, but really having the best year of his career between this and another film. My number 5, The Force is Strong with Mark Hamill in The Life of Chuck. Don't laugh. Wait, Jeff, Perry, don't laugh. Come on. Mark Hamill was so great in The Life of Chuck. He, you're talking to someone who has seen his movies on the big screen since, 77. And I just felt like, oh my God, like this is the greatest performance he has ever given. I'm just saying, I'm thinking with my heart here. I know Jimmy Lilyjohn, Life of Chuck is dead. I don't think so. Everyone I know who's seen it, especially Pete Nemiroff, loves the movie. Mark Hamill, do not rule him out. I get that he's probably not going to make the top 5 for purposes of this conversation. He deserves to be nominated. I feel like he is beloved in this business. If enough Academy voters have seen The Life of Chuck, which is very possible, since it's been playing since Toronto in 2024, more than a year ago, where it won the top prize, the People's Choice. All right, now you can talk. Go ahead, Jeff.
No, this is
okay.
A wild swing, but I respect you for going for it.
Wild swings, or come on, Jeff, you were the king of the wild swings.
That is true. I take swings sometimes that go so hard it turns you around. The momentum.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, I've got a couple other guys we could talk about, but Perry, did you want to say anything about Mark Hamill?
Yeah, I mean, The Life of Chuck will likely be one of my favorite movies of the year. If I were a voting member of the Academy, I would very much get behind that pick and be voting for Mark Hamill. I think the performance is phenomenal, but I think the response to Life of Chuck when it got its theatrical release in the summer, which I think was a major missed opportunity for Neon, and the fact that I also do think that Neon has made it abundantly clear that Life of Chuck is nowhere near a priority for them this season. I think he deserves to be there, but that's a campaign that needed a push, and he's not getting it, unfortunately.
Listen, Perry, I agree with you. I feel like Neon should have struck while the iron was hot when the movie won the top prize at TIFF in 2024, but they were all in for Anora.
Yep.
I get it. And obviously it worked. Anora won, as I said it would.
Why not just save The Life of Chuck for a more fitting award season debut, though? Like, the summer release still baffles me.
Yeah, it should have come out in the fall. No
I'm with you. But I too, like, I know that they had Anora that year, but like, I don't understand buying a movie at a festival like that and not putting it out right away and taking advantage of that momentum.
Right.
You're right.
I still don't really understand that. But even if they had held it for this award season and given it the fall release, like, what a cool narrative for Neon to be like, there was this undistributed movie that swooped in and won the People's Choice Awards. And then we recognized how special that was. And we picked it up. And now we're going to mount a big campaign for it. And then, like, poof, gone. It was like that story never mattered.
All right, Jeff, who else we got in your list?
We should have the Elordi conversation.
All right, let's have the Elordi conversation.
I watched Frankenstein the other night, and he was quite good.
Okay. Perry?
Is it enough to get in?
Possibly.
I love Guillermo del Toro. Mm-hmm. I love his movies. I love the fact that you could feel him pouring his heart and his soul into every single movie he makes. That doesn't necessarily mean that every movie he makes works for me. This one fell in the pile where it didn't really work for me. I think Jacob Elordi is great in that role, but there's a couple of narrative choices with that character where I think it left gaps that really needed to be filled for me. So it did not feel like a complete arc. And in my mind, that would hurt his chances. Like, I can only watch so many time-lapse videos of him doing his makeup for 6 hours to, really buy into the fact that he should be nominated for an Academy Award for that performance.
So I saw Frankenstein in Telluride, and it was a Sunday night screening at 9:30 after 3 days of watching movies for a day. And it was not the right time for me to watch a movie like that. I was really, really tired. But I've watched it again since. It's on Netflix, right there, right there on Netflix, and I watched it in the right frame of mind, and I liked it a lot more. I do think it's a really, really good film. I liked it more the second time. Sometimes I like movies more the second time I see them anyway, but Frankenstein, it's a worthy film. I think Del Toro made the movie he wanted to make in the way that only he could make it. He's got Oscars for producing and directing The Shape of Water, and of course Pinocchio for animated feature a couple years ago is an absolute masterpiece. I think Jacob Elordi is worthy of this conversation. So right now, if we have Stellan Skarsgård, Sean Penn are the movies with the three of us agree on.
Benicio.
Can I add one more person to this list?
Do it.
Yeah, there's more.
There's someone that I feel really strongly about. Admittedly, I think he's further down in the honorable mention section at this point, but I'd really like to see them put more resources behind a campaign for him. It's Jacoby Jupe for Hamnet. Like, what an exceptional young actor. His material in that movie, every time he was on screen, whether it was like lighter material with him being a loving sibling or the more tragic things that character goes through, like my jaw was on the floor. That kid is just bursting at the seams with natural talent.
All right.
Best performance in the movie.
I want to throw in another performance, regardless of how it did at the box office. Ben Foster in Christie. He's really, really good as Christy Martin's husband. And, that film, I think, has been unfairly sort of attacked a little. There are a lot of movies this award season that are not doing well at the box office. Christy isn't the only one. And that film, people go, oh, well, it's a boxing movie, underdog story. Well, yeah, it is for the first 2/3. And then it turns into this survival of a domestic abuse story that I had no idea about. And I thought that both of those actors, Sydney Sweeney and Ben Foster, were great in them. I thought Ben Foster gave a incredible performance, and he should be part of this conversation.
I thought he was great. I think he'll have a tough time. I think if anybody gets in, it's going to be Sydney. I struggle to see him nominated over her. The person I wanted to throw out there, and Scott, I need your feedback on this one. Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful.
I don't think that's happening. That's not happening.
Mr. Wonderful.
Marty Supreme, bro.
Oh, wait. Who from Marty Supreme?
Mr. Wonderful. Kevin O'Leary.
Oh, okay.
Gwyneth Paltrow's husband.
Yes. Well.
He's great, Mr. Wonderful. He's great in the movie.
No, that's good. That's a good one. Yeah.
Mr. Wonderful is so good in Marty Supreme.
Yeah, he is. All right. One other performance, just want to throw it out. I guess it all depends on if Ethan Hawke gets nominated for Blue Moon. Andrew Scott as Oscar Hammerstein in Blue Moon. He just has a few scenes, but the movie is very, very good. Ethan Hawke giving one of the very, very best performances of an incredible career. He's also an actor at the top of his game right now between, Black Phone 2, The Lowdown on, I think it's FX on Hulu. Andrew Scott, really, really great in the film, but I think it's kind of a long shot. All right. So before we, start. What's that, Jeff?
Poor Jeremy Strong.
Oh, Jeremy Strong. No, Jeremy Strong. Good, not.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he didn't even come up in the episode, really.
No. I feel like he definitely has been much, much better elsewhere, even though it's solid, given, I would say, maybe a little underdeveloped. All right, before we throw to, and start, arguing some of these other choices, let's take the super chats.
Got a handful. The first two, it looks like, are from Dave. Hey, gang, question. You have to pick one of these horror performances to be nominated. Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein or Amy Madigan for Weapons. Which would you nominate? Anyway, Academy nominates both.
I think Amy Madigan gets in. Jacob Elordi maybe. Amy Madigan is a better performance.
She's getting it.
She's getting in. Perri, what do you think?
I would 100% choose her over Jacob Elordi in terms of chances to get in. And even with what I said about Jacob Elordi and Frankenstein, I'm not like completely writing him off, but he's not close to cracking the category on my personal list right now.
I think he's close, but I don't have him in.
All right, just want to say a correction. Thanks, David. Andrew Scott plays Oscar. Richard Rogers, not Hammerstein. Yes. Thank you, David.
All right, one more from Dave. For Scott, my Star Trek brother, canceling the Kelvin timeline. Is it the right thing to do? Also, which direction should they go in for future movies? Perhaps post-Picard season 3 or Romulan War predating TOS?
All right, Dave. Yes, Star Trek brother. Carry that flame. Carry that flame, my friend. All right, so here's how I feel about the Kelvin timeline. That timeline has been inactive since 2016, 9 years ago. It's been too long. Like all these actors, especially Zoe Saldana. I mean, she's an Oscar winner now. Chris Pine is directing movies. Carl Urban's doing Boys. I just think that I love those films. I love all three of those movies. I will always have those movies, but too much time has passed. It's time to move on. As for where I think they should go with Star Trek in general, season 3 of Picard effortlessly set up a brand new Star Trek show that we're all calling Star Trek Legacy. That should be, where Terry Matalas, who did seasons 2 and 3 of Picard, should be the showrunner. That show's already been set up. Let's go, Captain 7 of 9 of the Enterprise G. As for a feature film, I think, you know what? Let's reset, hit the reset button, do an all new series of films with young actors playing Kirk, Spock, and McCoy. That's what I think they should do. Dave, live long and prosper, brother.
All right, next up from Christopher. Do you think Ariana Grande is now the front runner for Best Supporting Actress?
You answer that, Perri.
I've seen it now. Okay. I truly think she's phenomenal in the film. The way that I described it in my reaction, because technically we're not allowed to review yet, so I'm just going to repeat that. I love the fact that she shines in this movie via a less is more kind of performance, especially when people loved her so much, including myself, in the first film because of how big and colorful and animated Glinda is. And this time around, she's basically left to wrestle with, part of the problem that she contributed to. And it's a much more internal performance. And I thought she handled it beautifully. So I think her nomination is pretty much a sure thing. And I also think she does have a good chance of winning.
I think she gets nominated. I don't know if she wins. We'll talk about that next week on FYC.
All right, next up, after watching Springsteen and Frankenstein, Jacob Elordi totally deserves to get nominated here. Jeremy Strong was really good, but not amazing, in my opinion.
We agree. We agree. Yep. We just said all this, but yes, we're with you on that.
All right, here we go with another one. I think it's going to be a really close race between Skarsgård and Penn. Big fan of the show.
Right. Does it go with someone who's never even been nominated? Does it go with someone who's won twice? Does it go with someone who's been delightful doing all these FYC things and interviews and so on, and has always been really delightful in interviews? Or does it go with someone who is not really, not someone who's warm and fuzzy type? What's so funny, Jeff?
Just the way you set that up. It's like someone who's really great at interviews and press friendly, or Sean Penn.
That does kind of matter a little bit.
All right, next up, if David Johnson, The Long Walk, Delroy Lindo, and Miles Caton aren't nominated, then what are we even doing here? Don't need to be an acting teacher to realize those were great performances. That would be my impossible but long shot pick. I think David Johnson in The Long Walk is just next level, one of my favorite performances of the year. I also love that movie. That's another movie that could be in my top 10 of the year.
Yes. Well, Delroy Lindo and Miles Caton, we already talked about. David Johnson, good pick there, Daniel.
So good. All right. Now we have Ben Foster has been overlooked for a long time. Should have been nominated for Hell or High Water. Does he sniff a nomination for Christie?
Ben Foster is excellent in Hell or High Water. I love that movie. Came out in 2016, written by Taylor Sheridan. Does he sniff a nomination for Christie? He deserves to, but as we already talked about, I think it's kind of a long shot, but who knows?
He's pretty excellent in everything. I also was fascinated by the fact that, like, I've seen so much of his work. I've interviewed him a whole bunch of times. And admittedly, when I first pushed play on Christie, took me like a little bit to realize that was him in the role.
Exactly. When I saw it at TIFF, I was like, wait, is that Ben Foster? Yeah, I agree with you.
If you like Ben Foster, check out this indie movie, Sharp Corner of his.
Sharp Corners, he's great in it too.
All right.
I hope Jacoby Jupe gets recognition somewhere this award season. Should the Academy add a Best Young Actor or Best Breakthrough Performance award?
No,
I agree. No.
I'm happy the CCA has it, though, so hopefully we'll see him recognized there.
I think the next thing the Academy should add is stunt. Did they already do that? And
it's not this year, but it's next year.
Okay, yes, stunts.
Well, you know what I mean by that.
Yeah, right.
Do you think that the underwhelming performance of some Oscar frontrunner films and overall box office will affect the viewership of the Oscars?
Jeff, why don't you take that, buddy?
I mean, yeah, typically whether the movies are popular or not does affect the viewership, but this year's going to have, I would assume, Avatar and Sinners, and it's going to have some box office.
And Wicked.
Huh?
And Wicked.
Wicked. So I think I'm sure the ratings will be just fine. I'm not too concerned about those.
I think the ratings are kind of going to be, pretty level with the last couple of years. I mean, if you're going to go back to the days when, like, Titanic, was won 11 Oscars. I mean, that was the biggest movie of all time, and yeah, everyone was watching the Oscars. But that was 1997, and it's 2025, and. But the ratings have kind of come back a little bit. I think it's going to be pretty level with last year.
I mean, this show's on ABC, right?
Yes.
And what's Disney doing this year? They're reintroducing a little franchise called Star Wars, and they're bringing back a little franchise called Avengers. All you need to do is do something with Star Wars or Avengers on the show, and you'll get your ratings.
All right. Thanks.
All right, 3 more. Unrelated. Oh, the misogynistic takes on Hamnet is an Oscar villain are wild. The Vulture piece from Joe Reed was genuinely upsetting.
I didn't read that piece. I don't know what you're talking about. But
I wouldn't even click on it.
Misogynistic takes? Like,
I didn't see it, but now I'm intrigued just to read just for information.
I don't think it makes, and I don't know what Ian's talking about or what this piece is, but I don't think you're a misogynist if you don't like Hamnet.
I think there might be more to that article than just not liking it and earning this kind of response from Ian. So I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, that was
the way, like, when people take an opinion, they infer like all this information out of it, and it's like
I would maybe read that article though before making that kind of broad assessment of it.
Sure.
I think we have 2 more now. This one is any chance for Jonathan Bailey for Wicked for Good.
I had him on my honorable mentions.
You tell me, Perry.
No. I think he's great. I think he's great in the movie, but I think this is a situation where Cynthia and Ariana suck up so much of the spotlight that I don't think in this particular case people are going to be thinking about, really anybody else performance-wise but the 2 of them.
You know what? All right, keep going with the super chats, Perry.
What? Well, this one's for you. I love you, Scott, my Star Trek brother. Live long and prosper, but an easy $20 for Jeff. Lol.
Well, Dave, love you back, my brother. Not an easy $20 for Jeff. We'll find out, I guess, January 22nd when the nominations are announced.
Dave, I'm going to take you out for some pretzel bites with the $20 Scott pays me.
All right, I want to throw on one more honorable mention here before we break it down. I know that you don't have this on your list, but this is a film that I saw at AFI and it rocked my world. Came out of nowhere. One of the best movies of 2025 is Dead Man's Wire. Dead Man's Wire. Jeff, did you see?
I did see it. It was okay.
I fucking love that movie. That movie was it rocked. It rocked. Perry, you got to see Dead Man's Wire.
Yeah. You know what I did watch recently, finally?
What?
And I seem to fall on the opposite side of this divide. I thought House of Dynamite was kind of great.
I liked it, but hang on. In Dead Man's Wire, Dacre Montgomery, who was the person that Bill Skarsgård, holds hostage, he's excellent in the film. I mean, if if more people do get to see Dead Man's Wire, could enter the conversation. I really do. Jeff, you're the only person I know who's seen the movie and didn't like, wasn't blown away by it. But Perri, I really liked House of Dynamite. All right. So let's go through here. Stellan Skarsgård, Sean Penn. Okay.
And Benicio.
Yes.
What?
And Benicio.
And
All right.
Paul.
And wait, hang on. Where's my pen? What the fuck is my
Paul
pen?
got 2 out of 3 with you guys, right?
Yep.
All right. I lost my pen, but it's okay. Oh, here it is. All right. So Benicio. All right. Paul got 2 out of 3. So who's left? We got Delroy Lindo, Adam Sandler, Jacob Elordi, Billy Crudup, Mark Hamill.
I have a feeling I'm not. Do I have any shot of getting either of you to budge on William H. Macy?
No.
Okay, in that case, I would veer towards Delroy Lindo of the bunch we discussed.
Jeff?
That's fine. If you guys don't believe in Sandler and you think Lindo can rise above the other guys in Sinners, I mean, I thought he was great. You don't think it'll be a Lordy, though?
It's tough. This is tough.
I still feel like, my opinion on the movie aside, it just seems like that conversation is pushing it towards, I think, what a lot of us had expected at the beginning. It pushes it towards that movie getting its nominations in the crafts department. And I think a lot of Jacob Elordi's contribution to that campaign which is a great thing, is giving it an even better chance over there. So I think that's where that movie is going to live.
All right. I mean, I think that you're right. Warner Brothers is planning a big push for Sinners, and it just hasn't quite started yet. And so we're going to be hearing more about Delroy, and that'll come back around. So I'm fine giving him the 5 slot.
All right. I mean, look, I think Adam Sandler, for the purposes of conversation, deserves to get nominated. I mean, I know I love Billy Crudup, but all right, for the purpose of this conversation. What? Jeff,
you're already going back on. You're already like, yes, Sandler deserves it.
Might I recall the time that I was right about Parasite and you had to wear a paper bag over your head because Scott Nance was fucking right. And can I also remind both of you that when it came to last year's Academy Award winner for Best Animated Feature, everyone's going with the Wild Robot. I went with flow. And Nance was right. So what I'm saying is, don't fuck with Scott Nance. He knows his shit.
Boy, we dropped a lot of F-bombs on this episode.
I should have worn my "Don't fuck with Scott Nance" t-shirt.
I've not had my coffee yet, so that's what it's all about. All right. So for the purposes of this conversation, here we go. Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another. Paul Mescal for Hamnet, and Delroy Lindo, hopefully getting his first Oscar nomination for Sinners. There you have our picks for supporting actor. We are going to revisit this when the time is right. In the meantime, please support FYC by sharing FYC on your social media platforms. Here's the thing. I know you're watching, whether it's live or recorded, and you go, oh, yeah, whatever. People are watching. They don't need me to share it. Yes, we do. We've been doing this for like 7 years now. And wow, yeah, my hair has gotten a lot grayer. Jeff has gotten a lot more thinner. So we care. We love doing this. Perri looks hot as always. But, make sure that you share FYC on your social media platforms so that more people discover FYC. Scroll down right now and subscribe to Perri Nemiroff's channel so you can be the first to learn about the next episode of FYC, plus all of Perri's great content. Make sure you subscribe to The In Snyder and follow Jeff at The In Snyder on his social media platforms, and check out
nomination stuff coming today, next few hours.
And watch Jeff's other show, The Hot Mic with John Roca. I hope John Roca knows that every week I plug his show and his YouTube channel and his other show with you. Make sure you follow Perri on her social media. P. Nemiroff or Perri Nemiroff. Make sure you follow me on my social media at Movie Mance on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Scott Mance, and follow my brand new FYC related show, which is called Consider This. Until the next episode of FYC. Wait. Hang on. FY. See you later.